in semi-final number 2. There she is, Guo Jing, on her way into the ring. Ranked number 28, coming through that Muju Grand Prix challenge. So relatively unknown in this one. There's a route through some real big names though, Tijana Bogdanovic, Ivanovic and Stojkovic. But if she's had an easy run through, Sarah, it will certainly not be the case against Panipak.
Oh, wow, no, this is... this possibly could be one of the hardest matches of her career, or the best match of her career. I mean, what an opportunity to fight, you know, Olympic bronze medalist, Olympic champion. What an opportunity for her. I mean, nothing to lose, so sometimes they're the most dangerous.
You're absolutely right. Nothing to lose, everything to win. Jelena Marot of Croatia in charge of proceedings of this one.
Referees, you may start the contest.
And the referee, there she is, most certainly will. Well, we saw a couple of Croatian defeats on the card there for Team China. And of course, Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT has that pedigree, as you say, the Olympic quality, that Grand Prix streak. She's done extremely well in the Grand Prix.
Yeah, previously 8 gold medals in the Grand Prix.
It's
I mean, it is. That is the way.
It's a bit unfair, really.
It's a bit unfair and it is a bit ridiculous, but what a super humble, lovely person as well, you know.
Top fighter, the Thai fighter. Will she come out on top in this one? But one thing you can guarantee, Guo Jing and Team China, we've had the fortune to train there, Sarah. You've had the fortune to beat their Olympic champions. They do their research. They know the game plan. Whether you can do it or not, but they will certainly have studied Panipak.
Oh, 100%, and they are tough. Training camps there are one of the hardest I've ever been to.
I would echo that. Brutal in Beijing. But will it be the Thai fighter as she comes forward? She's got that flexibility to the head. Well, thanks to the Olympic channel, we saw some of her highlights from Tokyo when she took that title.
Such a contrast, isn't it, from the first match? Panipak is a bit more calm, just generally, you know, occasionally plays football with people's heads, but just really calmly, you know, and compared to the first match. So the final is going to be such a contrast, isn't it?
Most certainly is, and that's not going to help in terms of Guo Jing's efforts here. A couple of points down, but you mentioned that as a nice little back leg turning kick, which we don't see too often from Panipak, so she's also adapting to the KP&P system.
Exactly. I mean, for me, pedigree like that, they can do everything. It doesn't mean they have to show you everything all at once. So get the basics right and then adapt. I think she's happy now with that 4-point lead.
And you've been in that position as well when the opponent then goes, all right, I've now got to be a bit reckless almost now.
Yeah, exactly. Another 2 points on the way in, but a nice body shot from Qing as well. Punch.
Yeah, the punch given, I think there was maybe a gam jam at the same time, so the punch invalidated for grabbing the leg and punching, so
yes.
Good work from the ref, Jelena Marot. Well, you mentioned Panipak's pedigree, and she certainly got that fight in her. A little call there from Guo Jing to her coach, who just ignores her completely.
Her, yeah. I didn't see a headshot there, but sometimes it is hard to see from where we're sitting, but a headshot from Panipak. 3 points now, 10-0 in this first round. She is really relaxed now.
Yep, certainly relaxed and unstoppable. Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT came in with the big pedigree, the big name in the sport, and the big scores on the board. We mentioned playing football. She certainly reached her goal in that one. Back of the net, back of the head a few times, and back to the coach as they go. Now, obviously, we can talk about Guo Jing and what she can do and, you know, what are the options, but let's give a little bit of conversation here about Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT. To be that hungry, to keep that desire, it's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can see the focus, can't you? I mean, for me, I was saying before, you know, you never know what you're going to get with the young ones, the wild cards, the one that just slipped through the net and you think, wow, they're making these semi-finals, they could be dangerous. But that, as I said, that pedigree and that experience, you can see that now, you know, for me, bold statement now, but you can see, I don't really see how Panipak can't win this next round and win the match. I think it's going to be too big of an ask for Qing to take a round off Panipak. I think
more than fair assessment of it, because obviously the ascendancy, the quality. Guo Jing, can she get a bit of respectability, get a few points on the board, get some confidence? That remains to be seen.
Young versus experience here, and that experience now, for me, Panipak should really just say, no, you know what, this is my ring now. She knows what she can do. She should just take it now.
Yeah, I think she's also going to take a little bit of the water off of the protector there. Jae Young-suk, the coach in the corner, using his best jacket. That's what a coach is all about.
So that's love, that is.
But who'll be the best dressed for success at the end here? Guo Jing, to her credit, coming forward. Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT putting on the style now. Footwork, movement and angles.
I think Panipak's enjoying being able to just show off a little bit of that distance. She knows that Qing can't really get that close to her, but she won't enjoy that. She won't enjoy that Gamjung and being 1-0 down.
Yeah, as you see, a point on the board for Team China by way of that penalty, known as a Gamjung. And if you are new, sensors on the socks, and sensing a bit of holding on the inside there was a referee. That's known as a Gamjung, as I said, the penalty there. And if you kick to the head, you get higher points, kick to the body, lower, and if you spin, you get little bonus points as well. But at the moment, the score's on the board, tied up at 1-1.
I was just going to say, for me, Qing was just doing the same front leg, the same pace, same shot, and I think perfect opportunity to score that 2 points underneath. So 3-1 to Panipak. She's changed it up a little bit. Qing's trying that body shot, scored a punch, but again, another punch back from Panipak. Gamjung given, making it 4-3. So she's getting a little bit closer. She's creeping up a little bit more confidence now. You've got 3 points on the board.
And there were, as you say, the 3 points on the board, and that was the little sensor socks that we mentioned. And sensing an opportunity, but the opportunity straight away. Panipak with the skills, with the precision. You mentioned that before the fight, Sarah. She lands that one.
Could hear me then.
You could indeed. But the reactions, the timing, but also the accuracy.
It's incredible how her leg just, it comes from nowhere. And I mean, like I said, she's comfortable, she's winning, but when it gets to 4-3, she didn't like that. She's like, right, okay, I've got to, let me just score a couple of headshots, bang, bang, and this is potentially going to be a face shot, which you heard me, my reaction.
Yeah, you were absolutely right to react in that way. Let's see how. So we heard there the referee saying video replay request for the head kick. And this little in-screen shot for you. Your thoughts, Sarah?
I mean, when they slow it down, but for me, yeah. Right under the chin there. 3 headshots in a row.
I mean, it's almost rude.
It is.
But she's in rude health. Extends it. Bear in mind, she was 1 point down at the start from that Gamjung. She's now 10 points up. That was the gap that she finished the first round with. Quality as Guo Jing, to her credit, trying to fight forward for a bit of respectability, but it's guaranteed a bronze. And Panipak cruising now.
Yeah, she's enjoying it now. She's just using that distance, not really doing too much now. Let's save your energy, save your injuries. A headshot on the way in as Qing was rushing in. It's bound to happen, and you're less likely to get an injury if you're kicking someone in the head as well. If you go to the body, you've got chances of arms, elbows. So if you can do it, it's a great option. But I can't do that, or never could do that.
Well, if you can't do it, what chance the people at home? Although maybe you're fighting tomorrow. If you are, best of luck to you. I'm sure you've got your skills, you've got your stretching and flexibility. The new generation with the flexibility and speed, and the leader of that, of course, Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT, and leading the way again. Let's have a little listen. Invalidation of Gamjung, the call from the coach, and they will not let even a single point go against her. That's what I love. Everything's to the letter.
For me, though, there's 23 seconds left. You know, just leave it. It's, you know.
Well, of course, as we say, the push out is the option. That's the coach saying, no, 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 I don't want that point on the board for China. Get it back. Will it be a thumbs up from the referee? A push, clear as day, and then kick. So the Gamjung given for stepping out. Unsuccessful, the coach this time. So you were probably right, Sarah. Why play it?
Yeah, I think for me, Panipak was kind of allowing her to push her back a little bit. So, yeah, trying to get her a damage on. But fair play to Qing. She's really pushing forward now, trying to get some more points on the board.
And in terms of points on the board, that will give a bit of credibility there to Team China. As Blue wins that second round by way of the Gamjoms given. In terms of that one, Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT absolutely cruising there. Unfortunately, the Gamjon reader on our monitor wasn't available to you, so if you get 5, you're in trouble. And that was why the coach was playing that invalidation of Gamjon card. Apologies for that, the graphic wasn't on the screen. Hence, China pulling themselves back into 1-all. So the new rules, just to give you that rundown, despite the head kicks, despite the skills, the Gamjoms.
I mean,
say what you think.
It's a shame, isn't it? You know, when someone's winning by that much, and yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's the name of the game. You know, if you're going to be at that level, then you've got to be aware of those Gamjongs as well.
Well, for me, I'm going to be honest, I think the PSS creates the situation where you get that amount of Gamjoms. If you had the opportunity to fight freely and fairly and let things roll, the referee wouldn't have to be as involved.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, last round.
Absolutely right. Who will rule the roost? Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT starts as she means to go on. A little bit angry by the looks of things.
I don't even know what to say. She's straight in. I mean, how many seconds? 10 seconds in? 2 headshots, body shot. Crazy.
It certainly is. The crazy legs and the crazy quality of Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT, the Thai fighter. In red in the lead, Guo to her credit, coming forward, walks into her front leg. 10 up, make that 13.
The only way Qing can win. A nice headshot back. The first one she scored, but right back at you from Panipak. All action now. Punch to the body. Is the only way she can win now, is it to create Gamjongs for Panipak? And I think that's why she's potentially being so aggressive. But if you keep running into headshots, it's going to eventually hurt.
It certainly is. And it's hurting the pride of Guo at the moment. 14 points down. The Gamjon meter saying 0-0. And as we've found out, if it goes to 5, you'll be disqualified. But it's all over by the shouting now. Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT turning on the styles. Good head kick response from Guo Jing. Just giving a few reminders there to the Thai fighter that she's up for the task. There's the punch you mentioned, Sarah.
Just scoring points for fun now, John. Both of them really, but 24-11, 40 seconds to go. A Gamjong for Panipak.
That's the first penalty. If you look at the bottom right of your screen, or indeed look at the face there, because that was the headshot to follow up. 27-12.
Qing rushing in a little bit dangerously for my liking. I think that was in the face. That's going to hurt. So you've got to be a little bit more careful. You can't just rush in from the next ring. And another face shot again. Standing count.
Outstanding. No question about it. As you said, the danger of being reckless and going beyond being brave, but being rewarded by a kick in the face. And Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT. It's as if her legs are attached to the ceiling. She just drops them down on people from everywhere. 34-12. Don't adjust your screens. That's 10 seconds now. Gamjon's on the board, tied up at 1-all. It was tied up at 1 round all, but roundly battering forward. Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT. Well, I said she was on easy street before. She's laid down a marker there as if to say, okay, you got that one by Gamjon's. You then ate about 417 head kicks.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be smart. I mean, we can sit here and say, you know, great attitude from Qing. She did really go for it. Like, fair play to her. You know, I applaud her for that. But you've got to be smart, and you can't rush like that against someone like Panipak and Olympic champion. She's an Olympic champion for a reason, and as we said, she scores headshots for fun. So